Hello everyone, very good evening one and all. Welcome to the most comprehensive preparation platform for all competitive exams, BYJU'S Exam Prep. Warm welcome to the free Python course for data science and artificial intelligence aspirants. All dear friends, in this course, we are learning Python starting from the scratch, and slowly we are learning each concept with live practice. In the first phase, I am introducing each and every concept of Python to you, and then we will elaborate every concept. For example, data types, when we have discussed, I have listed the different data types in Python with simple examples. But going ahead, we will elaborate each and every data type, like we will have an exclusive session on every data type going ahead. Maybe from next week we discuss completely data types only. Every data type we will discuss, we will practice in detail in every class. Okay, so let me welcome Siddhant, MSJ, and everybody. Hope I am visible and audible to you clearly, right? My visibility and audibility clear, right? Please confirm. Siddhant, will BEP launch course for GATE DA? Siddhant, give me couple of days time. Okay, probably on Saturday or else Monday we will come up with the answer for that. Okay, about the paid course. All right, so let us start the session, dear friends. Today's topic, iterative control statements. While in the last class we have discussed about decision or selection control statements, today we will discuss about iterative control statements in Python. So if anyone are new for my class, you can find my quick details here. I am Satya with all these credentials. Our BYJU'S Exam Prep is conducting the National Scholarship Test, through which you can avail up to 90% off on all our programs. The upcoming scholarship test is on 3rd September, and our favorite expert, Mr. Rakesh Thalreja sir, is conducting a live interactive workshop on 6th September, in which sir will tell you how you can score 13 out of 13 in engineering mathematics in the GATE computer science. So without fail, try to attend these two workshops, this workshop and scholarship test, because it is very beneficiary for you. Hi Tushar, very good evening. Hi Parag Datta. Hello everybody. Chalo, let us start. We have discussed, or we have got that control statements of Python are classified into three types as conditional statements, transfer statements, iterative statements. In the other way, you can say decision making or selection statements, unconditional or jumping or branching statements, looping statements, in which we have discussed about these if else, if else, nested if else in the last class. Today we will focus on for, while, break and continue. If time permits, let us discuss about pass also. Pass is not that big one to discuss. So if time permits, today we will discuss about pass statement, or else in the next class. Don't worry. Okay. But definitely we will cover about this for loop, while loop, break and continue today. Okay. Now, first of all, while loop. Guys, the nature of while loop or even for loop is similar with the other languages, but how we write this while loop matters. Yesterday while practice we have observed one thing: indentation matters in Python language, right? So we have to make sure the proper indentation. Then if you follow the syntax of while loop, believe me, and guys, if you really get habituated to Python language, you really don't like to code in any other language, because such a beautiful language Python is, such a simple language. So how we write while loop? What is the nature of while loop? We write certain condition in the while. Until that condition is true, the statements in the while gets executed, right? Whenever the condition is false, the loop will stop execution. So in Python, the while statement is used to execute a set of statements repeatedly. Guys, in programming, there are two ways to make some statements execute repeatedly in any programming language you take. One is through control statement, other is through functions, means recursion. In the control statements, especially with the loops, we write once and make the statement execute multiple times. It is also possible with recursion. Yes, Python supports recursion as like other languages. We will discuss about functions, recursion, all that, okay, in the further classes. However, so loops, while loop is used to execute some set of statements repeatedly, and it is also known as entry control loop. Why? Or you can say pre-test loop. What is the other name you can use for while? Even for pre-test or entry control, because before the statements gets execute, the condition is verified. If condition results to true, then only the statements gets executed, otherwise not. So at the entrance of the block, condition is verified, hence it is called entry control loop. That is what given here. So it is known as entry control loop because in the case of while, first given condition is verified, then execution of statements is determined based on the result of the condition. Now let us see the syntax quickly. Guys, the indentation matters. While condition, whatever the statements we wanted to keep in while, we write with the same indentation, same index, means in the same starting line index, same gap you can say. Let us see an example. Suppose I have a variable called count equal to input of how many times you want to print. Okay, I is equal to 1, while I less than or equal to count, colon, print hello, I plus is equal to 1, or simply you say I plus plus. Please observe this indentation. The print statement and I plus is equal to 1 immediately followed after while are with the same indentation. Hence, interpreter treat these two statements are part of the while loop. Suppose whenever I execute this, let's say it is asking how many times you wanted to print. Let's say I give 5 as my input. So now I is 1, 1 less than or equal to 5, true. So hello gets printed. 2 less than or equal to 5, true, like I becomes 2, then hello. 3 less than or equal to 5, hello. 4 less than or equal to 5, hello. 5 less than or equal to 5, hello. Whenever I becomes 6, 6 less than or equal to 5 is false. So here it gets stopped. just like other language loops. Siddhant Sharma, good question. In the Python language, main is not there, but interpreters start executing from the first line, because we write main to indicate the start of execution, right? In the other languages, in Python, interpreters start executing from the first line. Till now you understand in that way, because we have not yet discussed about functions. Till now, yes, interpreters start executing from the first line only. And when you keep some control statements like loops or if, elif and all, accordingly the flow changes, but execution starts from the first line. Right. Now, in the while, you can use else clause. This is what something you really feel new. Of course, you can use if else in the loops, even in the other languages also. But here, you see, you can use else clause in the while. How or why? The else clause can be used in the while statement. Whenever you use this else clause, the else block gets executed when the condition of the while is evaluated to false. Until the condition is true, while statements gets executed. Whenever the condition is false of while, like if else, while else. See, like how we have a pair of if else, here we have while else, while else. But if the while loop is terminated with the break statement, then else does not execute. This is what you have to remember. Whenever the while loop is terminated with the break statement, then else does not execute. Let's see an example. Here I am taking the input for count. While I less than or equal to count, if count greater than 10, print. Can't print more than 10 times. Break. Print high. I plus equal to 1. See the indentation, dear friends. Under if, these two follow one index. So, print can't print more than 10 times, break are considered to be under if, and print high I plus equal to 1 are considered to be under while. So, the indentation is what? Very important here. Else. This else is for if or else, for if or while. This else is not for if, guys. That is what please observe here. The else you are writing as matching for while, not for if. Of course, for if you can write, but here we are writing this else clause for while statement. So, if while I less than or equal to count, while gets executed, and whenever I go beyond the count, this is else block of while gets printed. That means, let us suppose I am giving the count as 4. Let's say the count I am giving as 4. So, for I is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, if condition would be false. So, print high. So, high gets printed 4 times. Whenever I becomes 5, 5 less than or equal to 4 false. So while evaluated to false and break is not executed, now else gets executed. So what is in the else? This is else block of while. So after while gets terminated, not with the break, with the regular termination, else block gets executed. If while gets terminated with the break statement, then else will not be executed. Is this clear? Please confirm, is this clear for everybody? If you say yes, we will see the execution quickly. Okay. Please confirm. Give me a moment. Hope VS code is visible. Hope my interpreter is visible. Okay. Okay. Right. Now let us take some I. I is equal to int of input of, let's say just int of input. Okay. Now j equal to, let's say 1, while I greater than or equal to j, print high. Suppose I am writing this, I believe this gets executed without any error. So it is asking the input. See, it is asking the input to enter I value. How many times this gets executed? Infinite times. Why? Because I am not changing I value. So let me change the I value to I is equal to I minus 1. Am I visible and audible, guys? I am giving I value, let's say, as 10. See, it is printing high 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So 10 becomes 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So whenever I becomes 0, it gets stopped. That means we are getting, okay, if we need to see, let me give 5. See, we got 5 times it got printed. Now, what is this indentation? Please observe this. Please observe this. While I greater than or equal to j, print I equal to I minus 1, I have written at the same index as while. Now, whenever I execute, please observe this. I am giving 5. See how many times it is printing? It keeps on printing. Why? Because the loop became infinite. I equal to I minus 1 is not treated as under while. See, it is still printing, still printing, still printing. So it went in an infinite loop. Got it? And if I write print high also at the same index as while, you see I am getting error. What error? Expected an indented block after while statement. After while statement, expected indented block. Hope now you are getting what is the meaning of indent. Yes? Prashant, Tushar, Parag, MSJ, Siddhant, Siddharth, Satya, everybody. Okay, fine. Now, let us do some experiment, like why I less than or equal to 5, okay, and I am right, I would like to write another while loop while j less than or equal to 3, print I j, print I comma j, and let me change j value to j minus 1, sorry, j plus 1, and I value to I plus 2. I value to I plus 2. Now you tell me how many times, or okay, why this I simply write print high, print high. Okay, so tell me how many times this high gets printed. Indent is very important. Siddhant, it is possible with the pass statement. That's why we have pass. how many times high gets printed, guys? Okay. I am giving I value as 5, J value as 7. I value 5, J value 7. How you say 15 times? How you say 15 times? Tushar MSJ? Huh? Without I value, J value, how you can say that? It prints none, no number of times, because first condition itself is false. So you get no output. You get no output. Suppose I give I value as 1, J value as 2. I value 1, J value 2. I1, J2. Okay. I value I am giving 1, J value I am giving 2. Now tell me, how many times this high gets printed. Let us see. Here I value is 1 and I every time getting incremented by 2 times. So I becomes 1, then 3, then 5. So the outer loop run for 3 times and J value is getting incremented by 1 every time. So J value will be 1 and then 2 and then 3. So inner loop run for 2 times, outer loop run for 3 times. So how many times this loop gets executed? This print gets executed 6 times. Let us check. Only 2 times we got. Only 2 times we got. Why? There is a indent problem. There is an indent problem. So please observe here, it is clearly given. Now I have changed the indent. Now if you give the same values, I value 1, J value 2, now also 2 times. What is the problem? What is the issue? Anybody? Okay. So you try this because it is really very interesting concept of this indentation. So nested loop, when we write, how to deal it? Actually, as per our analysis, it should print 6 times because the outer condition would be true for 3 times, inner condition would be true for 2 times. So 3 into 2, 6 times high should be printed. But we are getting high only for 2 times. Why? Trace it. Okay, when you practice, and in the next class come up with the answer. Okay, fine. Now let us practice Let us practice else concept. Okay, while I less than or equal to 5, if okay, just let me take j as 1 here as our taken example, discussed example. So while I less than or equal to j, okay, if I less than I greater than, let's say 7, print by, okay, break. So print break. Okay, now print high. So now if print, these two are considered as statements under while. Now else. So else I am writing for while. Else I am writing for while. So else print bye bye. Okay. Now let's say I execute this and wait, while j less than or equal to I, let me give, while j less than or equal to I, let's say I value I am giving 10, I value I am giving 10. So 1 less than or equal to 10, okay, so I have to change the j value, of course, right? So let me write that here, j plus equal to 1, j plus equal to 1. Now j is 1, 1 less than or equal to 10 and it is not greater than 7. So print high, j becomes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even for 7 also it gets printed. Whenever I becomes 8, why I am writing I, j, whenever j becomes 8, 8 greater than 7 is true, so by gets printed, break happens. So how many times we get high here? 7 times you will get high and 8th time you get by. So let us see. Let us see. So suppose I am giving my value 10. Please count. Please count the number of times I got high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by. Oh. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So yeah. So 7th time we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 7 times high we have to get. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times high, 8th time by we got. Please, you can just give a count on that. not next line. See, the indent should be followed. Whenever the next line is out of the indent, then it understand it is out of the, or that particular block ends there. Okay, right. Now if I enter my I value, as a break got satisfied, as if condition got satisfied, break happened, so by not printed, by not printed. Now let me make the I value, let me give I value as 0, 1 less than or equal to 0. Here itself while is false, so matching else should be executed. So what should print? By. So this is what else statement. Is this clear? So guys, while writing the loop, indent is very important. Not only loop, control statement, indent is very important. Even for functions also indent is important. Python, only thing you have to take care majorly, I can say, is about this indent. So indentation is very important, and it comes only with the practice. Okay, so everybody, I hope you understood about while else clause. Okay, now let us move on. Yeah, so while with else is yes, understood. Now the next iterative control statement is for loop. For loop, guys, for will not follow the syntax as the other languages. Here for can be used in many ways. For can be used to print elements of the list, elements of the set, elements of the tuple, elements of the dictionary, elements of the string, elements in a range, elements in a range with this step. So we will see all those today in this class itself, now itself. So for loop in Python, for statement is also used to iterate multiple statements and to iterate through sequence like list, tuple, set, dictionary, string. It is used to repeat the execution of set of statements for every element of the sequence. The syntax is not like for I equal like for initialization, condition, increment or decrement or update. No, here the for is similar, almost it follow the syntax, not similar, different syntax in Python. For variable in sequence, so in the sequence here you will get, in the place of sequence here you can write list, set, tuple, dictionary, string, range function you can write. Okay, and you see the indent. The statements under for should be at a next indent, inner indent to the for. So for loop with strings, first if you see, for item in Python, here Python is the string, this is the string, item is the variable. So instead of item you can use any variable name, like for I, for J, for Satya, for a letter, anything, print the item. So what gets printed? Python, all gets printed. Similarly, for loop I can use with the range function for value in the range of 1 to 6, and we have also discussed this earlier. This 6 is exclusive. So from 1 to 5 only it gets printed. So whenever you print value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets printed. And here you can use the step count. Means every time by what value, by what amount the increment should take place. So for value in the range 1 to 6, every time I want increment to happen 2 times, and if I say print value, now what I get is 1, then plus 2, 3, plus 2, 5. So this 2 is what you call as step count. Step count. What, Siddhant? I am not getting. If we plan code, no loops. Wait, your comment I can't see, Siddhant. Just give me a moment once. If we plan, we have plain code with no loops, no if, what is considered as a statement terminator? Statement terminator, wherever the statement ends, that itself is taken as the terminator. Semicolon is not required. That line is, end of the line is treated as the terminator. Okay, right. And for loop with lists, let's say my list I have created. I told you whenever you use a square bracket, it is a list. Parenthesis, that is a set. Curly braces, parenthesis for tuple, curly braces, set. So we have got already in the data types class, right? So let's say I have created my list. For value in my list, I think for dictionary we use curly braces. Okay, yeah. So print value means my list is the sequence here, value is the variable. So I will get all the values of this list gets printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tuple, my tuple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For value in my tuple, print value, I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set, my set, curly braces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For value in my set, print value, I will get all the values of the set. We already discussed sets are immutable. So I told you the next week we will discuss about each data type in detail. Dictionaries. My dictionary 1 Rama, 2 Sita, 3 Bhima, 4 Hanuma, 5 Shiva. For key comma value in my dictionary dot items. My dictionary is the name of the dictionary and dot items. So here itself you can understand it is a object as raised by Siddhant earlier in the earlier class. Print in the formatted, print the formatted output. How you are expecting the output? As a key value, key arrow value. For each key, its value should be printed. So how I get? 1 arrow Rama, 2 arrow Sita, 3 arrow Bhima, 4 arrow Hanuma, 5 arrow Shiva. Okay. So quickly let's check. Suppose I say First, let us practice a string list. Anything is okay, right? Let us first create list. So list is equal to, as it is the list, we will write with square brackets 1 3 5 7 9 for I in list print I. So what I get whenever I execute, all the elements of the list gets printed 1 3 5 7 9. Same way, if I use here tuple, for I in tuple print I will get again the same output 1 3 5 7 9. And if I write set is equal to for I in set print I will get 1 3 5 7 9. Like this, you try dictionary, you try string, you try range. First let me show you range once. For I in range of 1 comma 10 comma 2 print I. See here, suppose if I simply give 1 comma 10 or 1 comma 5, what I get 1 2 3 4 up to 4, because 5 is excluded. 5 is excluded. See, I will get 1 2 3 4. And here if I give the step count as 2, means every time the increment should happen by 2, then I will get 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 2 means 5, it is excluding, it is exceeding, so I will just get 1 3, just get 1 and 3. Okay, so guys, I am showing you this execution live because to motivate you guys, to make you habituate for the coding in Python. Hope whoever are watching these classes and attending these classes regularly, hope you are doing the practice. Are you? If so, name your tool. What is the IDE you are using to practice? I would like to hear from every one of you. Are you doing practice or not? If so, what is the IDE you are using in your system? Tushar, Satya, Siddhant, MSJ, Parag, Prashant, Prabhakar, everybody else. What is the IDE you are using? Okay, you can use PyCharm. Any IDE is okay. Parag, please start practice, Parag, because the intention for me to show this execution is to motivate you for the practice. I know much time is actually getting wasted in this, but still, as I said, let us learn slowly but learn effectively. आराम से सीखेंगे, अच्छा से सीखेंगे, ठीक है? Whoever have not started practice, programming will not come without practice. You don't get confidence if you don't practice. More you practice, more hands-on you get. Okay? Right. So, this is how you can use a for loop with the lists, with the tuples, with sets, with dictionaries, and even in for loop also, like while, we can use else clause. Whenever the for condition is false, else gets executed. As usual, if for gets terminated with the break, then else will not be executed. Same as while. And you see here one example is there for item in Python. If item equal to x break, print item, else for block is successfully completed. As there is no x character in Python string, for block is successfully completed will be printed after printing all the letters of Python. And you see this example, list equal to 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. For I in range of 0, len of list. What is the length of list? 5. So for 0 to 5, if list of I is equal to 5, list has 5, break. Else list does not have 5. So you will get 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 output. What is the output you get for this? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and then you will get this list does not have 5. And for this, what is the output you get? Python, and then for block successfully completed, because there is no x. Suppose if I write if item is equal to y, if I write if item equal to y instead of x, what gets printed? Then what would be the output? P, when item equal to y, break. That's it. So you will get only P. Because whenever the character is y, you are telling to break, and whenever for loop terminate with the break, else will not be executed. Abnormal termination will not cause else to execute. Only normal proper termination cause else to execute. Right? And yeah, continue. Similar to other languages, the significance of continue. Whenever upon certain value or condition, when you say continue, for that particular iteration, the rest of the statement execution is skipped. So transfer the control to the next iteration, as same as other languages. So you see, while test expression, if condition for continue, continue. You see the example. For I in welcome, if I equal to C, continue, print I. So what would be the output you get here? You tell me. W. As it is not true, print I means W gets printed. As it is not E, E is not C, so print. L is not C, print C. Whenever this character is encountered, you are telling continue. So that is skipped. O, M, E. So you will get the output as W, E, L, O, M, E. Only C is skipped. You want even for M also to skip. You can write for I equal to C or I equal to M, continue. It is not like only for one. If for one or particular number of iterations you wanted to skip, then you can use for those continue. No go to statement. No, there is no go to statement in Python. Okay, that is what for today, guys. Again I am telling, again I am reminding you guys, more you practice, you do experiments with the indentation, you try to give different values. Now you know how to use loops. So do program for factorial of the given number, Fibonacci series, the regular programs, print multiplication table, Armstrong number, prime number, all GCD, LCM, and pattern printing. So start coding for these so-called or so known popular simple programs in Python, so that you will be habituated to the syntax of Python. Okay, and guys, don't miss tomorrow class. Tomorrow we are going to have practice test on Python. Till now, whatever we have discussed up to control statements, I'll try to ensure the gate level for the questions. So all the classes that happened so far, please go through once, prepare well, study well, and come for the tomorrow's class. Okay, sharp at 7 p.m. And this is my Instagram and Telegram group links. Please join if you have not joined yet. Thank you so much. I hope iterative control statements while and for are clear with this class. If so, please do like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel and enable the notifications. Thank you so much for attending the class and being present till the end, being patient listener. Thank you so much. See you in the next session, that is tomorrow sharp at 7 p.m. Till then, have a great time. Take care. Good night everyone. Jai Hind.